Welcome to Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm Dee.
And this week, in all mermaid movies, no talking is required to find love, ladies. Just get some legs and be super horny and you'll find love, as seen in Little Mermaid and now Splash.
From 1983.
Alan Bauer has a very successful business.
Okay, Bauer, you're ruined. You're finished. You're a ghost in this business.
How'd you like some bananas at cost?
Deal.
He's got the wisdom and support of his brother Freddie.
I love this guy. Do you hear me? I love him. Give me a kiss. What's the matter? You too big? Give me a...
I just want to meet a woman. I want to meet a woman and I want to fall in love. It's not much.
And worst of all, Alan Bauer feels with all his heart that he doesn't have one.
Freddie, something in here is not working.
There are worse organs not to be working.
Where to? Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
And then, one day, accidentally, from out of the blue, it happens. Just looking at her is pure ecstasy. Just touching her is a lifelong fantasy come true. Just being in love with her plunges him into a wondrous world of rapture and enchantment. Just one problem stands in his way. A little secret she's trying to keep all to herself.
So, what'd you think?
Oh my gosh!
Well, I'd already seen it. So
No, it's a good movie.
I really like
It's
this
really
movie.
fun. It's funny.
It's fun. Funny movie.
Yeah.
It's, it's a little cheesier than I remember in places.
Which is fine. It's
Just,
no big deal.
typical tropey.
It's the 80s.
All the government stuff is a little bit okay.
Yeah, I could care. Yeah.
I liked the first part
It was
of the movie.
really actually kind of unnecessary.
I liked the first 75% of the movie a lot. Didn't really care for the ending, but
I didn't actually think about that because I didn't really either.
I still have a lot of questions. Like they didn't explain why did she only have 6 days? What's with the full moon? Is Tom Hanks going to become a mermaid now?
I think that's clear.
But why can't he come back? Why was she able to go on land at all? I don't understand.
Well, she said if she didn't go home, she couldn't come back, so she would obviously stay a person.
But
if she would have stayed, but it doesn't make sense.
So is this a rite of passage
because they
situation?
turned her into a mermaid? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. They didn't explain any of... I didn't really care, though. I didn't really need that. Most movies you'd be right, but for this, it's just unnecessary.
It's just a fluff movie, and that's, but maybe...
It's a comedy.
It is actually funnier than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Freddie, you and I have to talk.
What is it, the missing petty cash? Is the cleaning girl?
I don't care about that.
You don't?
No.
I love this guy. Do you hear me? I love him. Give me.
I took this to be a comedy that had a romantic bent to it.
Romance and quotes.
Well, you know
Give
what I
me
mean.
A break.
Yeah, dude, man.
This is the most ridiculous thing. Did she know it was him from a little boy the entire time?
Obviously, yeah.
When she first saw him on the island, she knew it was him.
When she saved him when he fell in again, yeah.
Okay, see, I wasn't sure if she...
Obviously she knew.
So that's why she was so set on following him.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
She's like, this man has come back for me.
Let me read the synopsis really quick. Splash. Romance, romantic comedy, fantasy. I'm not saying it's not a romance. It's just the very loose...
It's dude.
It's dude. It's a man's definition of romance.
Yeah.
Okay, sex.
Yeah, fucking. Without talking.
Okay. Tom Hanks stars as Alan Bauer, a workaholic who's convinced he can't fall in love until he's mysteriously rescued at sea by the mermaid of his dreams. Soon Alan and Madison are swept away by hilarious and heartwarming romance. Ron Howard directs a star-studded cast, including Eugene Levy and hilarious John Candy in a magical tale. Contains tobacco descriptions.
A magical tale.
It is kind of magical.
Well, is literally magical.
But is that a guy fantasy to find a mermaid? Is that a thing?
I think, obviously, some guys, just with any fetish, but no, I don't think so.
It's just so... I don't know. And then he gets all freaked out that she's a mermaid. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but that's not what he was sold. I mean, obviously he was in love with her, though, from when they first met when they were kids.
But he didn't know it was her.
No, he didn't. And he didn't know that that was what was bothering him. But that was clearly what was bothering him that whole time.
Oh, yeah, because his off-screen, unknown, Victoria girlfriend.
Yeah.
That everyone else is in love with.
That was so funny. That part was hilarious. I broke up with her, okay?
Okay, yeah, that part was really funny.
It was very Tom Hanks, and it was very funny.
Well, this whole movie is very Tom Hanks.
Yeah, well, early Tom Hanks, not now Tom Hanks. But
but
the early days of Tom Hanks. And this had to be one of his first movies, right?
So, we'll get into the cast. This was, like, his first movie. It's, like, 1 year before Bachelor Party, 3 years before Money Pit, which I don't know if you've ever seen Money Pit.
Of course.
Well, I don't know. You haven't seen this one.
I haven't seen this one, but this is,
And 5 years before Big.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But this was his first movie.
So this was after he was done doing Bosom Buddies, or do you think he was still doing Bosom Buddies?
No, this was right after he was done doing Bosom Buddies.
Interesting. Okay.
But this was his first big movie.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm pretty sure this was Daryl Hannah's first movie.
Yeah, it was her first, like, big movie.
Yeah.
Is she hot in this movie?
I'm not sure. To me, she looks kind of like a dude. Like, especially her shoulders is very dude-ish.
Every time I see her in a movie, like Steel Magnolias or whatever it is, I'm like...
Actually, even to make that weird-er, I think she's a lot better looking as she gets older. Like, she's way better looking in Kill Bill than she is, like, when she's young.
I would agree with that.
Maybe she, like, grows into her femininity.
Her face a little bit.
Yeah. Because she's just so mannish.
She has a very angular face.
Yeah.
And she has... Yeah.
Big, broad shoulders, too. I mean...
Yeah, she's an athletic
She looks
woman.
like a dude from the, like, chest bone up.
I don't care if you used to be a man.
That was hilarious. Okay,
so him saying, did you used to be a man, bothers him less than her being a mermaid.
Yeah, being a different species is pretty fucked. Really? What if she was a dog?
Well, okay, that's a little bit different.
Okay, we'll see. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. And Eugene Levy, super young in this movie.
Oh, well, yeah.
I didn't even remember he was in this movie.
Well, you probably didn't even know who he was when you saw this.
Probably not, no.
I don't think most younger people, like people under 40, knew who he was until American Pie.
Oh, Jim.
Dad?
Hi, I was just looking at the old family portrait out here. Well, that was a fun day, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jim, I want to talk about masturbation. Now, I just want you to know that it's a perfectly normal thing, and I have to admit, I did a fair bit of masturbating when I was a little younger. I used to call it stroking the salami. Yeah, pounding the old pud. I never did it with baked goods. But your Uncle Mort, he pets the one-eyed snake 5-6 times a day. It's like practice for the big game. You see? Mm-hmm. And it's like banging a tennis ball against a brick wall, which can be fun. It can be fun, but it's not a game.
Right.
It's not a game.
No.
What you want is you want a partner to return the ball. Do you want a partner?
Yeah. I want a partner.
You do want a partner.
I want a partner.
You want a partner.
Of course. Yeah.
Good.
Because he didn't do a lot of stuff in the 90s.
No, because I was looking and there was just nothing until American Pie, and all of a sudden he's making all these cameos.
Well, and then he becomes famous again, yeah. But he was famous in the 80s, and then, I don't know if he was raising kids or what, but he took the 90s off. And then as soon as he did American Pie, he just got super fucking famous again.
Well, yeah, because he's
really funny. He's always been really funny.
He's the best part about American Pie is Jim's dad.
Or wait, was he in... Were those that one guy's movies, were the mockumentary movies that Eugene Levy's in every single one of them?
Best in Show?
Yeah, well, there's more than Best in Show. There's 5 of those movies.
He's probably in a lot of them?
No, he's in all of them.
Yeah.
But I wonder if some of those were in the 90s, maybe.
Yeah, like the late 90s, not...
Yeah, but yeah, I guess all of it was still the late 90s. So,
wasn't American Pie in the 90s?
It was 1999.
Well, yeah, so...
but that's like hardly the 90s.
It's hardly the 90s, even though it is.
It was summer of 1999. I mean, come on. We're done with the 90s at that point. And then, obviously, John Candy is amazing in this movie.
He is pretty great.
Fucking incredible. This actually might be my favorite movie that I've ever seen him in.
Really?
His fucking character is hilarious.
More than Uncle Buck.
Yeah. Every single second he is on screen is fucking hilarious and great.
So, what was your favorite bit that he was in this movie?
Oh, when he's coming in with the penthouses and the title of the article was like... God. A lesbian no more or something like that. That is so fucking funny.
Dumb.
Or even him in the bar with the two chicks. It's just, he's so fucking funny.
Him in the bar with the chicks was my favorite part.
Yeah, that's really good too.
The whole, and we'll get into it, but the whole bar scene
is really funny.
Is so funny.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks, I'm on top of the bar.
You're Tony Tiger, and this is Joe with a 4-letter word. This is my brother Alan.
Hi. Freddie, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, absolutely. Excuse me. Oh, no, I'll be right back. We'll whisper some more. Well, I got some whispering for you. Oh, God.
We'll pack your bags tonight, my man. We're going to Rio. These girls have got a time-sharing condominium. We're going to share some time with him.
No, Freddie, I'm going to Cape Cod.
What? What are you talking about? Cape Cod? Why would you go to Cape Cod?
I don't know, because I like Cape Cod, Freddie. I feel better up there. I look out the water, and I feel closer to something.
Cape Cod over Rio. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I don't ask too much, do I?
It's just so funny. And we skipped over, but our director, Ron Howard, which I guess he's more known for being a producer.
No, he's more of a director.
No, he has like 175 producing credits.
Right, but I understand that, him and Brian Grazer have their production company, and yes, they produce a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But Ron Howard's most well known for directing his big movies.
But I guess what is the most well known?
This one? His movie? Fuck no. Well, there's like Apollo... Hang on a second.
Apollo 13, Backdraft...
Hang on. I didn't do any of this research, so I don't have it top of mind, but...
Willow.
Is Willow one of his?
Willow is one. Cocoon, Parenthood.
Okay, so you're just talking about some of the biggest movies of the 80s right there alone.
I think it's because of the movies that he's done, I've seen this, and I've seen Far and Away, and that's it.
You haven't seen any of those other movies you were talking about?
I have never seen Cocoon. I've never seen Willow. I've never seen Parenthood. I've never seen Backdraft.
You've never seen Happy Days, which is weird.
No, I've never seen Happy Days. But he's a producer on that.
On Happy Days?
Mm-hmm.
He's the main character. He's Richie Cunningham.
Oh, that's right. I forget he was an actor, too.
Yeah, he was a child actor. He was on the Andy Griffith Show as a little kid.
Well, okay, and now, whenever I see his face, all I think about is Arrested Development. Because he's in
he was a big part of Arrested Development,
That's all I think about, is his part on that, being that chick's dad, or whatever.
He did that Rush movie. I never saw it, but that was a big one. Let's see, he did Hillbilly Elegy. The Da Vinci Code, everybody loves that.
I actually do like the Da Vinci Code.
So you've seen that. He did the Grinch movie.
Okay, I've seen that.
Oh, and Ed TV, you've definitely seen that. You haven't seen that with Matthew McConaughey?
No.
The other version of the Jim Carrey movie?
Of the Truman Show?
Yeah.
No, I've heard of the movie, but I've never watched it.
It's good. You haven't watched Ransom with Mel Gibson?
No.
What about Far and Away?
Yes, of course I've seen Far and Away.
Yeah, Backdraft. You said you haven't seen Backdraft?
No.
What?
I went on the ride at Universal Studios.
Okay, let's be honest. That was like an excellent ride.
It was an excellent ride. What I remember.
So hot.
That's all I remember. I was like 7 years old. And that's all I remember.
But it was a good movie too. Yeah, Cocoon.
No, so Far and Away.
Night Shift, I guess, was also a big one.
Real quick, sidebar. Far and Away was one of my mom's favorite movies. That's the one with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, right? And they're like the Irish immigrants or whatever.
That's that movie. Yeah. I like that movie.
And that's
a good movie.
She would watch it a lot, and there was one part that just sticks out of my head where he's like bare knuckle boxing or something.
Yeah.
That my mom used to watch that movie all the time, but it's like a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, it's actually a good 3-hour movie, though.
I know that because it had 2 VHSs in our house. My mom really liked that movie, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Fair enough.
But, yeah. And then, other than Brian Grazer, for writers, it was Bruce J. Friedman and Lowell Gans. And they've got several writing credits. Apparently there's a Splash 2, spelled T-O-O.
Oh, Lord.
Who knows what's in that. But Lowell Gans also wrote...
you know what? I'll tell you what's not in that. Tom Hanks or Daryl Hannah.
Definitely not. So it's like they're mysterious children. Lowell Gans wrote A League of Their Own, which is a great movie, obviously.
Yep.
And Where the Heart Is, which I think Where the Heart Is might be on our list. That's also a movie that I really enjoy.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got any fun facts?
And I actually knew this one before, but... so when Disney made Little Mermaid, originally Ariel was supposed to be blonde, but because of how popular this movie was, they changed it to her being a redhead to make it different.
That's actually really good because she's like the iconic redhead character now.
Right. Can you even imagine her having blonde hair?
I honestly don't think it would have been even half as popular if she was blonde.
No, of course not.
It would have been like, oh, this movie's stupid. And which makes no sense.
Because it's kind of a similar story in a way.
What do you mean, in a way? It's like almost the exact same story.
That's what I was saying with my opening, is like, okay, she goes on land, finds this guy, she can't fucking talk.
But the only difference is that this lady immediately starts talking. I mean... after they fuck, but either way.
As a guy, I just don't understand, like, how could you just be, I'm just gonna have sex with this woman I found on the street.
Hey, she asked the cops for you.
Who doesn't speak any English.
Oh, well.
Doesn't that feel like wrong?
Not since, like, 2016.
It feels strange. I feel like it would be strange.
Sorry, since not until 2016, I guess.
It just seems strange, but... You got any fun facts?
Yeah, the scene on the racquetball court with John Candy, where he gets hit in the head with the ball and falls over, it was done in one take.
Which is a long scene!
And he showed up late that morning, and he was drunk, because he had been out drinking all night with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The night before, who wouldn't let him leave.
Now look, I'm being serious. I've had a few minor fiascos in my own love life, and I admit that freely.
Freddie, you took a date to one of your own weddings.
I'm a free spirit. I'm extremely liberal. I'm a freewheeling dude. You know what your problem is? You're in love with this girl, and you're trying to convince yourself you're not.
And so he came in drunk and did that in one take. John Candy's a fucking legend.
Well, obviously, he's John Candy. Of course he's a legend.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, in just, like, so many other ways. Like, he was the best.
He was the best.
I fucking love John Candy so much.
That's why I was surprised that you said this is your favorite John Candy thing you've ever seen.
It's just so... It's short. I mean, it is, like... There's not a lot of it, but what there is a fucking... Freddie.
Pretty great. Fred. God, and the whole thing with him looking up the lady's skirts by dropping the coins. Like,
that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The
oh my god.
The little kid doing it, okay, that makes sense. He's a little kid. But really, as an adult, I'm with Tom Hanks, where he's like, this was embarrassing when you were 10. You're a 40-year-old man. Like, what are you doing?
Whatever works.
It's disgusting. It's like, hilarious. What are you doing? This movie is credited as introducing the name Madison to the mainstream.
Well, yeah, it had to be, because now it's also one of the most popular girls' names.
Which is just wild.
Of all time.
Which, if it's not a name, then how would he say... But it's because the street was named Madison.
Which was because it was President Madison from...
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. That's always... Whenever you see a street named Madison, that's why. It's...
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Daryl Hannah Finn thing weighed 35 pounds.
Whoa.
And she couldn't do anything. But when she was wearing it, she could outswim the whole crew.
Which is wild, actually, when you think about it. Like, that's kind of crazy that you'd have to be pretty strong to be able to...
And then it was also functional. Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty wild. I don't have anything else, really.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Anything else? So, I mean, we touched on a few scenes here and there, but... My personal favorite part of the entire movie is when she goes shopping.
Darling, darling, darling. That outfit, it's to die from. And what happened? You saw Annie Hall 100 times? That look is over. You want to try that on? Who knows? Maybe it's you. It isn't me. I couldn't get one leg in there. My daughter, on the other hand, is lucky. She's anorexic. Please call again. Don't forget these. And why don't you do yourself a favor and stop in the lingerie department? A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wearing boxer shorts.
The Bloomingdale's.
I love the Bloomingdale's scene when the lady's like, "Oh, my daughter's lucky; she's anorexic." It's just so random. And
but it's not that random though. It's the 80s. It's
I know,
so normal.
I know it's normal, but it's just random. And then when she's in the TV room and she's exercising and they're trying to close the store,
that's funny as fuck.
It's very funny. Just the whole sequence is very.
We gotta stop her. Well. No. She's just exercising. It's okay. Yeah,
it's fine. I just want to watch her jump around a little more.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like I said, I really like the part where Freddy comes in with the pornos, and the bar scene is really excellent.
So, is it John Candy's part or Tom Hanks's part that makes the bar scene the most excellent?
Well, it's both. I mean... It's a 10 out of 10 home run of a scene because of both of them.
And I feel like they have pretty good...
without each other, it could be a 10 out of 10 scene.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the thing that makes it just like, holy shit, like, what are we doing here?
And I feel as though they have pretty good chemistry throughout the entire movie.
I agree. I actually kind of can't believe that they didn't ever do anything together again.
They didn't do anything after this together?
No, never. They were never really... I was surprised to see both of them in the same movie.
Interesting. Well, yeah, because I saw you lit up like a little kid on Christmas when John Candy's name came across the credits.
Come on. I was like, what?
So...
All I knew Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah were in this movie, and that was all I knew.
Yeah. What do you make of Eugene Levy's part in this movie?
It's a really stereotypical, like, tropey nerd character.
I feel like they could have done more with him.
I don't think so. I thought it was good to have him be kind of unlikable.
He was so unlikable.
Douchey.
At first I felt kind of bad for him because he kept getting beaten up and shit, and then I'm like, well, you ruined everything.
Yeah.
You asshole. I hate you.
It's the perfect character for what it was. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to like him.
No.
And he's a dickhead. He's a little dickhead. He's mean to those dumb guys, you know.
Okay, the dumb guys where they're all, let's pee in his air hose.
That was very funny too. Oh.
There was just a lot of little bits that were very funny. And then when the guy's chair is sitting on the air hose and he's like, that's for me to breathe. Could you move your chair? I just thought that was pretty good. Yeah. But it's, oh yeah, and then the other scene that I really liked was the lobster chow down.
Yeah, the lobster chow down's pretty funny too.
At dinner. So I just wonder what they used for that lobster.
That's interesting.
Because
you couldn't bite into it like that. So they had to like make a fake lobster. Probably candy.
But I just thought I really enjoyed the lobster chow down.
Yeah.
But and there's not really like a ton
of stuff that happens
to this movie. It's a pretty
because a lot of it is just Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah growing the relationship and fucking. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Smooching.
And he goes to work super late. Oh, I'm going to go take a nap. Like
he's the boss.
I know he's the boss, but
also if you think about it, like before everybody was a mechanized robot at work, like you weren't just crying about profit every day.
Yeah, it's I mean, there's not really a lot that happens, and you got the big chase scene at the end.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's unremarkable because it's stereotypical of every other movie.
Well, especially of this time.
Yeah,
like, they gotta have the big government chase scene.
Or just chase in general, and they gotta get away, and...
They're going through the streets of New York.
I did like underwater where she rips all their masks off and he bites the leg of that dude.
Oh yeah, okay. Him biting the leg was really really funny.
Just unexpected inner thigh bite, like.
And so, I guess if she kisses him underwater, he can breathe now. I guess that's...
I think she's breathing for him, kind of like.
Until they get to the underground city, wherever that was. They showed at the end.
Atlantis.
Was it Atlantis? I don't think it was Atlantis, honey. People are supposed to be in Atlantis, not mermaids.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was like...
No, the thing with Atlantis is it's supposed to be like this bubble. You remember from the movie? They're in this bubble under the earth.
Yeah.
That, is people, not mermaids. But, yeah, I mean, not much to it. So, do you have any awards?
Sure do. My first award is the Freddie fucking Rules Award.
So,
of just like an excellent character in a movie. Not even essential to the plot at all. But just makes the movie 100 times better.
Yeah, without him, it would just not be. You have to have some character that's like his friend or whatever. But
it's his brother. But
you have to have that character. Which on that note, I had the John Candy Scene Stealing Delight award because you're correct. Every time he's on screen, it is a delight.
Even at the end when he's fishing in the little thing that they have, it's just funny. I mean, he's just sitting there like got the big cigar in his mouth. He's like, "Hey, fellas,
come on in. The water's fine."
Yeah.
What else you got?
The fish fuck not no biggie no talkie man award.
Explain.
Well, it's what we were talking about, where it's like he doesn't mind just fucking this lady who doesn't talk and who is a fish, and no questions asked. Just like, oh, you're gonna start making out with me? No biggie. You don't talk? No big fucking deal. Let's fuck.
Yeah, it's
just funny. It's just like
so strange,
and that's why it's the man award, because every dude would pretty much do that. Like,
well, especially he just got out of some long-term relationship.
That's what I mean. Like when you're young and single like that, you're definitely going for it.
Yeah, because when they're on the island at the beginning, why didn't I learn how to swim? Which then at the end of the movie,
he swims for a little bit. But then he drowns immediately.
It's just okay. I thought you didn't know how to swim. Now you do.
I was thinking the same thing, and then he drowned, so it's fine.
These types of movies, you can't be too nitpicky because it's just the nature of the type of movie it is. It's not. It's a romantic comedy. It's not supposed to be some.
It's not the factual
movie. Yeah. I have the "You didn't make it to the summit, did you?" anticlimactic ending award.
Why? They made it to the thing.
No. It's just it's anticlimactic ending a little bit.
Was it?
I wanted to see him become a mermaid it just was kind of like
no, it didn't need any of that.
They're floating in the water and the credits are here. Oh, okay, that's the end of the movie. Like
they made it away. They're together now. It's fine.
I know, but I don't want them to be mermaids.
Too bad.
Like how I didn't care for that.
All that matters is that they're together.
Yeah.
I gave The Sword and the Rose for my last award. Just where did this movie come from? Why don't people talk about it?
I feel like people do talk about it.
I don't feel like people talk about it at all.
Maybe it's just been too long, I guess.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, it just doesn't get the pop with the young kids. I don't know.
Well, it's I'll give it a Pollyanna Glad award. It's just a glad, happy, fluffy,
well, that's what I mean. Yeah,
fun movie.
Fun movie. Quality.
It is quality.
That's where I'm going with my surprise, is how quality this movie is. Just a quality movie.
Yeah, my only criticism is just I would like a little better explanation of the rules around. It's just
unnecessary in a romantic comedy.
It's just my. I would want to know why what's with the moon? That's what I want to know.
Oh, please. You're just supposed to guess.
No, but they shouldn't have even brought it up.
It's fine. I
don't know. I just wanted something else.
Didn't bother me at all.
Something else there. And, did Eugene Levy see her before and knew that there was mermaids there, I guess? How did he...
No, he said that they had been studying mermaid sightings, and that was, the place.
Okay, so when he saw her in the water, that was the actual first time he saw her in the water.
Yeah.
Got it.
No sequel. Obviously, there is one.
Well, there is one. Which I'm just curious what the plot of this... Hold, please. This is going to bother me. Let's see what it says. So, the same characters, but different...
Actors?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Funny.
Alan and his mermaid mate swim back to Manhattan to help his brother save the produce business.
Oh, that's terrible. Nobody needs that.
Correct, sir.
Is this... This looks like the chick from freaking Unidentified Flying Oddball.
It probably is.
A little bit. Look at her face.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that is.
Hold on. So this is too good. Oh, no, it's John Ritter's wife.
Okay.
Amy Yazbek. Don't think that's her. Timing isn't quite... Oh, she's the chick from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, that's where the familiarity comes from.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, but...
Anywho.
So the plot is they have to come back and save John Candy, not John Candy, in the produce business.
John Candy, not John Candy?
Well, it's not, he's not in the movie, so it's not John Candy.
What, they didn't get him?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
Of course not.
So how did this do in the, the ye old box office?
So the budget was $11 million, and they made $69.8 million. So, I mean, pretty decent. That seems like a lot for back then. Pretty good profit.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score is?
Probably like 70 something.
No, you'd be very far off. It's 91 with the critics. Wow, and 62 with the people, which is...
That's pretty low.
Flabbergasting. I don't know what the people are watching.
That's pretty unfair, I think, for this movie.
But why do you think that is? Like, what the fuck?
I think maybe people just not thinking there's enough there, just thinking it's boring. I don't know. We'll have to see.
What do you mean we'll have to see?
Well, I mean, if you go and look at... And also, okay, the sequel, they swim back. I thought they could never come back.
Yeah,
I thought that was the whole thing.
Obviously, that's not true.
Bunch of bullshit is what that is.
It's lies, Kelly. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
It's a really stupid storyline, but the characters work well together.
Okay. That's very creative.
So this is interesting. When you look up reviews, there's like a lot of negative reviews of some clothing company tied into the movie. And I'm like, this is not... You're reviewing the wrong thing, you guys.
What, like they made Splash clothes?
No, just like some random clothing company, but it's... People are... Oh. Trash. Way too many makeout scenes. Nudist. Wasted my night. Jeff Probst is way funnier. Survivor for the win. Hot garbage. 6 stinky sock emojis.
That is a really bad.
So the people. So I think it's just people probably just thought maybe there was too much making out or something, and not enough story, which I don't agree with. But that's the only reason I can think of based on everything I just saw.
Too much making out.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, now it's time for cats.
No, we gotta give our ratings.
Yeah. What was your rating?
So I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, I don't think it's the best movie we've ever watched by any means, but it's still pretty good. I gave it an 84%, or 8.4 out of 10 scientific loopholes, because there's a lot of those, obviously.
So we're not too far off. I gave it 89.
Wow.
For 8.9 blurry boobs. I'm just kidding.
Well, and that was the thing, is that she didn't want to show her breasts in this movie. She was very self-conscious, even though I think she shows them later in other movies.
Probably.
But I can't remember.
But she was like, she had to be really young in this movie.
Yeah?
Right?
That's curious. Hold on. How old was Daryl?
You could just... Yeah, I guess so.
Hannah in Splash. I was terrified because I was still, even though I was like 21 or 22. So she was very young.
That's fair, dog. It's fair. All right, now it's time for Kat's favorite part of the podcast.
Woo!
And this time we get number 524. Ooh, girl!
What? Stop it!
Girl!
Stop it!
Well, this is the movie for me, not for you.
Ugh. God, I'm so sick of this.
Girl!
What's the year?
1998.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Bro.
Okay, what is it? Hit me with it.
Yeah, bro. From 1998, number 524 is Rounders. One of the best movies ever made.
I've never seen it, so I can't tell. I couldn't tell you. Is this like a gambling movie? Or
It is a gambling movie. And it has Matt Damon and Ed Norton, and is fucking amazing.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ed
It's
Norton
gonna be
is
another
so good in this movie.
going out. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, but in a different way, not like any of the other ones we've seen.
Matt Damon.
It's a different Matt Damon, though. It's not like Good Will Hunting. Oh, well, a little bit. Oh, but you know who? What's his fucking name?
What's that fucking guy's name?
The fucking guy. You know, the guy. The fucking guy. God, I am totally blanking on the actor's name.
Well, let's help you out really quick so that you... And he's a main character?
Yeah.
John Malkovich?
Yeah, Malkovich. That's it. Yeah. It's so good in it.
Okay.
So happy.
You're so happy? I'm so thrilled for you. Congratulations.
Thanks. Anyways, next week, good podcast. So in the meantime, if you want to like, subscribe,
leave us a review. Check out all of the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and yeah, just let us know how you like this movie. Have you seen Splash 2? TOO? Is it worth it?
Tell us how Toe 2 is.
Is it as bad as we think it is? Probably.
Nobody's seen it.
Nobody's seen it.
In the meantime, this has been Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm D. Bye!
You are correct, sir. Takes forever.
Impatient.
Privacy. Looks like mine.
I need to get like a colored piece of tape.
Yeah, this one's yours.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How would you even know?
Because of where the cord is.
Oh, yours is number 2.
This one's closer to me.
Let me see.
Just slightly. Ever so slightly.
Doctors and Beavis. I think that's a little bit more like it. Because yours was right in your face, and mine's really far away.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah, but yours was like right in your face.
Oh, that's okay. The mango one really is the best flavor.
Mango! Mango number 5.
Well, something like that.
Did you add the new movie, whatever it was?
What new movie?
I thought there was a new movie that just came out.
I think there was, but that's okay. I didn't add it, but we'll add it next time. Some real, like, live movie thing that just came out.
Is that what it was?
Wasn't it some, like, Miramax movie or something?
I thought it was a Disney movie.
Was it?
I mean, there could have been a Miramax movie. Who the fuck knows, but...
I don't know about no Disney movie that came out. Is Inside Out 2 out already?
No, I thought it was some live action weird thing.
Oh, wait, the one where the chick's swimming the English Channel with Daisy Ridley.
That's the one.
No, I didn't add that yet.
I was like, wait a minute.
So if we just add the next number and just notice the movie where Daisy... Let me look it up really quick. Yeah, because we were in the car and they played a preview for it on the radio.
On old-time radio.
She's got a face for radio. Young Woman in the Sea.
It's very creative title.
It's not out yet. Oh, yes, it is. May 31st. But no, I completely forgot, actually, about that. Good call.
Good idea.
I know myself too well. Okay.
I'm sorry, you can just sit there and flick the can like this. Don't.
No, I won't. I don't do that. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba.